Nope. Added in the stage. I don't know.
Okay. So we are here.
Here. Now we're there. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So we have had
Wow.
a, a couple of little incidents.
Unbelievable.
As a matter of fact, we started the show about 9 minutes ago, and only to
Oh
find out
man.
that we were not in, that the show did not go
What didn't
live
go live?
as we thought it had,
It didn't even go live.
and so here we are
Oh man.
one more time. We're gonna backtrack and hit
Rewind.
rewind and go for it again. Um,
I
I am
cannot believe
Zare,
that.
and I am with my husband Imar,
Imar.
and
Wow.
we are taking the journey together, and we are welcoming you for
For the new year.
the
This is
new
a new
year.
year for a lot of people.
Yes, well,
Again, well, seen us for the new year. Welcome to the new year.
yeah,
And welcome to all the technical problems that come along in the new year. I would say this case, it was probably me in this case. So I'll blame that on myself. And it is what it is. I can't always
yeah.
get it straight and correct all the time anyway. Can you believe that? Oh my God.
Well, you know what?
It was all that time.
What that comes down to is a statement of nobody's perfect, but you do a great job
Mhm.
of being perfect most of the time. So
I
that's
cannot
okay.
believe this here.
You're allowed. Um, but I will one more time read the
Mm-hmm.
oh, and by the way, what I had said before is welcome to the beginning of the year, as you were saying just a minute ago. But this is our second time. I forgot we were on last week. I have lost track of where we are in the month. And the month just
Mm-hmm.
started. But um, I'm going to go on and read our belief statement
Mm-hmm.
as you continue to fiddle with whatever it is
Oh
you need
man,
to
I'm
fiddle with.
fiddling, diddling, and diddling
Yes.
and fiddling because nothing at the beginning. I'm just so
Yes.
frustrated because of the fact that didn't work in the first. I mean, absolutely frustrated.
Yes. Well, you know
Really
what?
frustrated.
But it'll be okay.
It
It will
will
be
because we're going to
okay.
move on. I mean,
And
that's
the
how it
one
is
thing,
sometimes in relationships.
yes,
Did you have
and
to read the
yeah, that's
we'll
what I
call it
was getting
again?
ready to
Mm-hmm.
do. But I just want to say that that is one of the things that we are focusing on this
Mm-hmm.
year, and that is
Frustration
appreciation.
in a relation. No.
No, appreciation. And out
Yes.
of this, we can appreciate the fact that we are on that,
Exactly.
and appreciate the fact that some of our viewers waited for us. And so they are
Yes.
coming up now. So we appreciate that. And we are going to still give you the show that you expect to hear from us,
Definitely.
starting with our belief statement.
Okay.
We believe in the magic of real relationships. And with
Mm-hmm.
that said, we know that we are going to relate.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what your mother says, your father, your children, or even what Jesus says. We are going to relate. And we also know the old saying that we can be friends, but we can't
Mm-hmm.
be lovers, or we can be lovers, but we can't be friends. Therefore, we marry our lovers, but not our friends. But TTJT believes our friends can make our best lovers, and lovers can be our best friends. So, as your hosts, we bring 56 years of marriage and counting.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, not to one another, but in total. We're here to help you reimagine your relationship lifestyle as we have reimagined ours, drawing from our rich experiences to empower you to reach your goals. Taking the journey together is not about drama. We serve as watchmen and women dedicated to uplifting and empowering individuals to build and sustain balanced, healthy relationships, especially within our community. We address interpersonal concerns in dating, cohabiting, and marriage, all to cultivate committed, thriving relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Together, we'll explore the transformative power of relationships, embracing the spirit of Ubuntu. I am because we are.
Mm.
So, are you ready?
I am ready and set, and we are going.
Yes.
Going.
So we are relationship coaches, and that's one of the things that
Mm-hmm.
we are focusing on as we begin this year.
Let's
The
say hello
fact
to someone. Era Scott. She said, "I'm watching." She also said, "Hello."
and welcome. We are so glad that you are
Yeah,
with us.
we felt glad you got to us after us talking for 9 minutes and we weren't even on the air.
Yes. Um,
What a way to start out. Well, we gotta
yes.
move on.
And so
Mm-hmm.
what what I was in the process of saying was, oh yes, we're focusing on the fact that we are relationship coaches to begin
Mm-hmm.
this year. And with that said, one of the things that we want to make sure that you are aware of is that we do mind at rest coaching
Yes,
and couples coaching.
mind at rest. Only from the mind of Minolta. Most of you guys don't even know what I just
Yes,
said.
you're too young for that. So,
Yes, exactly. But did you like my radio voice?
I loved your radio voice. I always love your radio voice.
Well, one thing is for sure, we should be able to love our voices when we hear it from a mate.
Yes.
Some of us have got to the point in our relationship don't even want to hear our mate's voice.
Yes.
It's irritating, it's scratching, it makes us feel guilty. It does not make us feel comfortable. So we didn't want to hear the voice.
Yeah, and it turns into one of those things that, like the Charlie Brown cartoon,
Mhm.
when the teacher talks, nobody's listening, and it's
Exactly.
wah 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 wah. It's
No doubt about it. And so you can't say when that happens, my mind's at peace. I mean,
no,
I feel real good
it's not
about.
resting.
No, it's not resting. You are troubled. Many times, what happens if it's happened for a long time? You know what usually happens if it's happened for a long time, don't you?
What happens?
Come on. You should know. Oh, I forgot. Sometimes, no, I'm just joking. They won't say anything
Yes.
in the relationship.
Right.
They won't talk at all.
Yes.
And I'm talking about the person that feels that other person's voice or when they speak is irritating. Or has just went too far. Maybe they think every time they talk, they always have to have the last word because they think they know everything. So the person is like, man, if I don't say anything, I ain't going to hear them say anything.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Be a quiet house. But
Yes.
there are some people to do that. Your mind
For
can't
some-
be comfortable.
In some of those situations, the attitude is silence is golden. Yes.
What a old, not even in the Bible, but since people use the Bible as many times as being their standard on what they think is the most important thing to be
Yes.
able to do or should actually act upon in life. I don't think that's always something that actually happens. I think they may
Right.
talk that, but their actions are far behind it.
Mhm.
But still, even at that, people will use that silent as golden big time in a relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they will. And sometimes people appreciate it, but that's not the way to have a healthy, thriving relationship.
No.
You have to speak. You have to talk about what's going on. You have to share in things, laugh together,
Mhm.
build together. You cannot build if you're not speaking.
Yeah, you won't have what you would call healthy communications
Mhm.
if not one of your healthy well,
Yes.
let's put it like this: if your only what you feel is healthy communication is not saying nothing at all.
Right. Right.
Now maybe you pass letters to them all the time or you flash pictures in front of them
Yeah. Play charades.
or you flash other things in front of them and so then they go whoa.
Yeah.
But anyway it goes, if it's going to be healthy mature
Mhm.
communication, one of the biggest ways is that hole that's up here in our head called a mouth. At their job,
Mhm.
they talk, right? They may be
Yes.
the biggest talker at the job. And
And one of
go ahead. I'm
And-
just looking because we got a little bit of, for some reason, we're losing out on us Wi-Fi signal, which I don't know why. But go ahead.
and one of those things that
Mhm.
that's one of the things that we help couples with when we do minded rest
Mhm.
coaching, is helping them to understand how to communicate with one another, because sometimes that is the thing that is keeping them from moving forward.
Hey, someone beat us here real quickly. Up here on the bottom, I'll show you in a minute. But they beat us too. We might as well go ahead and let that go too. Not that we don't think it's important, but we had something very special set up, and someone beat us anyway. I'm gonna show you in a minute. Once I get these stupid things down, I don't know why I don't. One of those
Well,
days. Yeah, it's a
yes.
comment. If you put up the comment to right here it goes. Here's what they happy birthday, Julius Hall.
Yes.
He beat me to it. I had something special I was going to say. Julius Hall, of course, is in the foreground, in the background, in the side grounds
Yes.
of this great network itself.
Exactly.
Giving all us and others a chance to be able to get here and speak what we say and say what we
Mhm.
speak, whether it's from our ego, from our heart, or we heard it from somebody else.
Exactly.
Where it goes, we've got that opportunity here
Mhm.
to be able to do that.
Giving us a platform.
Exactly. So this is the
Yes.
area of appreciation that we must say, and we
Yes.
should say to one another. So today, yes, happy birthday,
Happy
Julius
birthday.
Hall. I think they're even at some kind of get together that they're doing right now while we're doing our program, which is why we couldn't make it, or either sometime after. I'm not for sure on this bird chilly day. Happy birthday, Julius. I think they say he's about 75, maybe something like that.
At least.
No, maybe he's 61. I'm not for
I
sure.
have
Brother,
no idea.
I think he's about 61, or something 62, 1 to 2. But we really appreciate you, brother, for giving all of us this opportunity in this local community, in this local
Yes.
area. And we know that you're going to do some great things. And one of the great things he's going to do is, as we keep on grinding, where it is. This brother said it too. Love it, love it. Where is it at, my brother? You said it. We got somebody else who's speaking of it. Who's that right there? What is he saying, Sharon?
The radio show. What is? When will the magazine be back? That's a good question. That's one of those things that's in the works also.
Yeah.
As soon as the magazine comes back, we'll definitely say something about it, and we'll also let you know about the radio program.
Yeah, we should be on that too. I heard him talking today on the Rabble, and he was talking about sometime in March or February, one of the two. They're going to have a big kickoff day. Hadn't let us know yet, but at least I heard it on that show that's coming straight from him. That's going to be a kickoff, a big kickoff, a big party. He's taking this and flying us all the way out to Jamaica, so we'll go down there and enjoy ourselves, have Mai Tais, high ties, and every other water ties.
Yes.
But we're going to be excited about it. He's got some new radio programs. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to be able to share that radio program too, that new radio program. But it's hot. What? I think it's 2100, 2200.
2100, I think it is.
I think that's what it is. What a shame. We'll find out before we are done. So we're really, thank you about it. Again, I appreciate it. My brother Julius, I know you and I have had many, many good conversations, and plus some debating conversation with one another, but that's what friends are for, and that's what we brothers do with one another. At least we don't walk away from the standpoint and act like for some reason that we still can't love each other as brothers, and at the same time as people who want to move ahead and try to work on goals that we all expand.
Exactly.
And raise that tide so all the boats can, as they call, go high.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's great. So once again, we're wishing him a happy birthday.
Yep.
And many more to follow.
Many more to follow. Many more to follow.
Yes.
There is Hot 21. It is. I've been listening to your new digital radio station, Hot 21. It's awesome. Yes.
Wonderful.
There's a way that you could download it. I think from the App Store, both the App Stores. I'm not for sure.
Oh, that's not my wheelhouse.
I think that's what it is. We'll find out when we come back from our break. We'll let you know because our break is coming up here real soon. From then, and I love everybody.
Let's take the break a little later since we started later.
Yeah, we did. No wonder why. You're right. Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to start talking about our different platforms, different topics, actually the different areas that we will help you with to have that
mind at rest.
Mind at rest in your relationship. And we just do coaching. In this case, what we're talking about, we try to help you get towards your goal. So if you're looking for a goal in your relationship to have more mind at rest or peacefulness from that end, then that's where we are here to help you out in that particular area this year. And we want to go over as we did before, but it was last year. So we're going to start again. Huh?
It was last week.
Oh, last week then. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Feels like a year ago.
It does. Really. From that, where I didn't pay much attention. It was New Year anyway.
But still, that's one of those things that y- you and sometimes there's some other people who
Mm-hmm.
do that. There are people in this world who are not governed by the clock or the calendar or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. You live in the moment. And
Mm-hmm.
so,
Mm-hmm.
you can say things like, "Oh, yesterday we did this, that, or the other," and yesterday will truly be a week ago. But it
You're
it
right.
it doesn't matter. Or you'll say, um, "Yeah, we did this last year," and it's like, "No, that was yesterday." You don't you're not tied down to those milestone time
Yeah,
wise.
well, we won't go into that, even though we do talk a little about it when it comes to our coaching
Hmm.
strategies. One thing is for sure, time really doesn't exist anyway. If you want to talk
Right.
about that science spooky stuff or things called quantum theories and all that stuff, time doesn't really
Hmm.
exist. Real quickly, well, simply, sometimes we find our day going fast,
Yes.
sometimes we find it going slow. If time existed from that standpoint of view, we would never know the difference between the two. It
Hmm.
would always be the same way. So that lets you know that
Yes.
time really doesn't exist. It's really a fundamental, how can I say it, concept of your mind
Right.
and where you focus on from there. And that's pretty much how I live, pretty much within the day. Obviously, at the end, looking at things from the past, looking patterns in it, and then from there moving towards the future, but not necessarily based on a specific date or specific, in this case, time,
Hmm.
or let alone do I pay much attention to certain holidays. But there's
Right.
some people don't pay attention to holidays anyway because it's not their belief system, it's not their religion, and so on
Right.
and so forth. Or they may not be from a country that has the same
Hmm.
particular day too. So it's not
Yes.
anything abnormal. Okay, so where are
Yes.
we at that we were going to start? Where do we
Well,
end when it came to some of our coaching programs? That's what we called them.
well, we had talked about why to why would you choose a coaching program,
Mm-hmm.
and we were about to go into the power, discovering the power of balance.
Mm-hmm.
But we probably need to reiterate in order to move forward, because this is sort of a new concept. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
mean dwell on it, but just kind of
Mm-hmm.
hit the main topics, not
Okay.
go into the information about it. Like we reasons to choose a coaching program is to nurture your friendship,
Mm-hmm.
to set meaningful goals, to master
Mm-hmm.
communications. Two of the things that we have talked about
Mm-hmm.
briefly today: to resolve conflicts easier, strengthen your connection, encourage personal growth. And that's something that's very important for
Mm-hmm.
both people in the relationship: to take action together, and to experience a supportive environment. If you don't have a supportive environment, it's hard for anything to happen within a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
No,
so,
yeah, yeah. So all of them we went through. Go through them again real quickly.
nurture your friendship,
Mm-hmm.
set meaningful goals,
Yes.
master communication skills,
Mm-hmm.
resolve conflicts with ease,
Mm-hmm.
strengthen your connection,
Yes.
encourage personal growth,
Uh-huh.
take action together,
Yes.
and experience a supportive environment.
Those are the kind of areas, or we call programs, because there are
Hmm.
a lot of information that we have in each one of them that, quite frankly, we have actually went through and went over the last 4 or 5
Yes.
years. I think also this year I'm going to try to get all that put into a library, which is important, and then put it on the front end, not on our show, but put it on the front end so people can access it, maybe through a podcast
Podcast.
podcast podcast that we're going to start here probably in a month or so. And then
Hmm.
people have access. They'll probably get a subscription, and through that subscription, they can get access to that library itself and
Yes.
pull out the different topics that will be under these
Hmm.
particular areas that they can, on their own, be able to sit down and listen to and glean from. And maybe they have partners where they can glean from that same
Yes.
information too. Because some of the stuff we talk about, you're not going to be able to get overnight. You're not going to be able
No.
to get within this hour. And I know today, because I'm up on the internet all the time, always getting or looking or coming to me when it comes to relationship things from
Hmm.
young to old. And the youth are really strong into it
Yes.
now. That alpha rhythm,
The algorithm.
the algorithm, they always are pushing how for them relationships.
Mhm.
Okay. And they could have short term problems, but they need long term solutions because relationships have been around. There's nothing
Mhm.
new in the sun when it comes to relationship. It's just
Yes.
that there's a lot more information, a
Mhm.
lot of more information now that they are now being bombarded with, whether solutions or not. That
Mhm.
they now have a lot more what I call popcorn psychologists who are
Yes.
just coming up with any kind of idea that might last for just blink of your eye or snap of a finger,
Mhm.
and it ain't gonna last long whatsoever.
Right.
It's like some of them trying to take gum or bubble gum and throw it against the wall, and hopefully it might
Yes.
stick
Or
from that
or
end.
or the old a the see, now I'm getting it.
Hmm.
The age old cliche
Hmm.
of putting a band-aid on open heart surgery. You
Exactly,
know.
exactly. But most of the young folks, they live a lifestyle like that.
Mhm.
A McDonald's fast, gotta have it now
Yeah.
lifestyle. And in turn, as Dr. Frazier, who's usually been on the show before, they are not going to be healthy.
Right.
It's not going to be life stating for
Mhm.
your social, for your
Yes.
psychological, for your
Mhm.
very soul in the
Yeah.
long run.
Yeah.
It's just going to be that fast food McDonald's or burn up quickly, and you'll be coming crashing down. In many of the relationships, that's exactly happened
Mhm.
because that's the kind of information that they're getting in quick, fast, pop a pill, and then hopefully I can go on and
Yeah.
things will happen okay.
And that comes back to the saying, I don't know why I'm full of cliches today.
Mm-hmm.
You are what you eat.
Ooh,
You know,
yes.
so if you are in the habit of, you know, eating incorrectly,
Mm-hmm.
and you wonder why you don't have the patience, you wonder why your relationship is going the way
Mm-hmm.
it's going, it's because not only are you not nurturing your body, but you're not nurturing your spirit either.
Exactly, exactly. And there's always the most simplest thing that I think that sometimes we have to remember that we don't always say, "Hey, I watch most of your shows, and thanks for bringing them to us. We really appreciate that, Mrs. Who, Donna Taylor,
Tyler.
Tyler. We
Hmm.
really appreciate that." But then there's the most, I think, obvious one we don't look at. You know what that is?
What's that?
You are in a relationship with someone. Unless it's overnight
Hmm.
or sometimes over a weekend. I think the month is probably a long term relationship right now with young
Right
folks.
now,
It's
yeah.
just about a week.
Yeah.
But you're going to be with that person relative to time now, probably more than 24 hours.
Yes.
And the way the world is operating right now with so much changes and no real stability, like
Hmm.
that fire in California that just someone I was watching on the internet was driving down the street and they said that we were driving through hell. I mean, there's
Mm.
fire every place
Wow.
is burning up in the mountains of
Of
California.
California.
Really said we really want to send healing and protection blessings out there so that people are protected,
Hmm.
even though they might be losing the material things. We don't want to think about them losing their life
Right.
out there.
Because the material things can be replaced.
Exactly. But yet in a relationship, many times people will be more concerned about their material things than they
Yes.
are a relationship. They
Yes.
will burn a relationship quick as can be, but
Hmm.
they would want to save their material thing
Right.
over an
Right.
individual too.
Right. I mean, for example, people have thrown away what would be a wonderful relationship because finances went wrong.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Throw away a wonderful relationship because,
He didn't
maybe
make enough money.
e-
She didn't make enough money.
exactly,
He lost a job.
or you didn't get me a birthday present.
Yeah.
You know, not to mention the fact that you've been getting things all along,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. I mean, um, sometimes, and I understand that we need to um, feel that we are important sometimes. But one of
Mm-hmm.
the things that I have come to realize, and I've been working on this for a little while now, ever since I got this idea and thought
Mm-hmm.
something needs to happen. We go through the thing of saying, this is my birthday, this is, my this, my that. Even when it comes to wedding anniversaries or marriage anniversaries, you you know I need to give you a gift and you need to give me a gift. My new feeling about this is, it is time for us start to start doing these things together. You
Yes.
know, instead of, and that comes also under the heading of the finances going awry.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of me giving you a gift for, say, Christmas, and you giving me a gift for Christmas, and one of us feeling like the other, went overboard, or I didn't do enough, or whatever. Decide on what you want to give each other together.
Wow.
Give the gift together, and you can
Exactly.
share in the giving. It's not a, I'm going to surprise you. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying surprises are not good. But I'm just saying that sometimes there are events that you share together, to the extent that my birthday is in July, your birthday is in September. We can't really go on a trip or do anything during the time of your birthday because I'm working and can't get any decent time off.
Yeah.
I can't just put in for some time off and take it. But we can do it in the summertime and share our birthdays. Let's celebrate your birthday and my birthday at a time that's convenient for both of us.
You are talking about one of the principles, or even a program that we could do and could do for someone else. Again, if you're looking for a relationship information that's going to help settle minds for yourself, or maybe you have a church, or maybe you have a community, or some young people that you would love to have us come and talk about these principles within your community. We know there's some community centers that are out there right now that, hey, you're doing basketball, you're doing crochet, maybe you're doing those things in your community center, but this is a unique, very good opportunity for you to supply information that would help in the future those couples that you know of, or the ones that will be in your community. We'd be glad to look at and have you talk with us about coming to your community. And one of these many topics, or one of these programs that we could teach there and help your community out. One of them she just talked about is under the guise called Discovering the Power of Balance. That was a actual story that can be used and should be used in the power of balance. Balancing a birthday instead of the customary one where birthdays are just mine. I just better have mine. I mean, know some people we won't mention names.
Thank you.
Who have birthdays for a whole month.
I know.
Just for themselves.
Yeah.
And they're married.
And don't let it be a milestone birthday. Oh, the whole year is mine.
Exactly. That self-centeredness is all centered around them for a whole year. And not even also to that whole month, and nobody else gets in whatsoever at all. Not anybody. How self-centered is that?
Exactly.
That's not balanced. Right?
Exactly. Because even if it is a milestone year for you, it may not be a milestone year for your partner. But when their birthday comes around, what happens then? No, sometimes we have to let go of old ways of doing things and create something new for ourselves. And when I say ourselves, I'm meaning us as a couple.
Well, we'll be also talking when we come back in that arena, one of the many programs or one of the many areas that has to understand, helps you understand that you really, as a human being, are really at the center of all those things. Your energy. So when you understand yourself as being energy, that's what it takes to operate your whole body, who you are, which Dr. Frazier, a holistic doctor, bless his heart, would strongly push that particular point, means that, hey, that energy is being shared between us two. In a relationship, if it's with two people, with three, it's more than that. And that means if one is taking more energy than the other one, you're leaving out that energy for the other two particular people. And then when you got outside environments that come to mess with you, you ain't got much surplus left over to handle them when they come in very strong, right? Okay, let's go to a break real quickly, and we are going to then come right back. Okay. I said it right, didn't I?
You did.
Okay. right. Wow, we're back again. We're
Yes.
back again. We want to start with something special that we didn't ever get a chance to do, but this is something that just almost came out of nowhere. But we are going to do this anyway as a way to really give thanks and appreciation for the gentleman that has helped put this very thing together and still working hard, hardest working man in America. Almost like Mr. James
James
Brown. Here we
Brown.
go. Let's see if it goes. Ready? Here we go. You know, it didn't make much sense. Let's still again. Anyone that took offense at a radio celebration. Audience of mine, that there ought to be a crime that put you down aside to show just how much we love you. And I'm sure they agree. Live more perfectly on behalf of one party. The day you came to me, happy birthday to yourself. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Never understood how someone who stands for good could not have a day that would. shoot, we've been moved. I'll be darned. It's really me messing up today. We've been muted all this time. Oh my God. And we had nobody live out there apparently to say anything. Let me look down here on our board. No one said it. Said keep grinding. That's that's
so
a
anyway,
bad saying.
Anyway,
A bad how can I say it? Omen. We haven't been talking for the last maybe since after the break.
yes.
Then I think about it.
Yes.
And no one said anything.
So
who are these people out there who are listening to us?
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Or
boys
watching
and girls, whether you're watching us live now or you're going to watch us in the recording later on,
Yes.
sorry for that.
Exactly.
But just to reiterate, we are going to be having people on the show. We're looking for couples that want to be on the show and or would like to be on the show, have something to offer to the show. Contact us at takingthejourneytogether@gmail.com. If you would like to work with us or talk to us and see if we are a good fit for you as far as coaching for your relationship, you can still reach us at that same email address, takingthejourneytogether@gmail.com. Also, one of the things people feel like your marriage or your relationship has to be in trouble in order for you to get coaching. That's not true. Sometimes it's just a matter of let's make sure everything is tight and that we're still on the right page. It's almost like preventive medicine, or what is it when you go for a checkup? You go regularly to see the doctor and make sure everything is okay in advance. So you can do the same thing with your relationship before things fall apart. Make sure things are working in the right direction.
Very good to think about. You know, there are insurance companies now who are doing wellness kind of programs that you actually get some deductibles instead of paying more as it used to because of wellness from that end. So I think that's very important.
The one that we have through my job, it's the same thing. You know, you can get points for walking a certain amount. You can get points for going to get your physicals on time and things of that sort. Just your basic everyday maintenance. And that's one of the things that we don't think about doing in a relationship is basic everyday maintenance. And sometimes that's just like, how was your day today, babe?
Yeah. Understanding that is all about knowing that we are energy. And if individually we are energy and put it together, we are energy, both connected together under that understanding of interconnectivity, where you can do more with someone else than what you can by yourself. And that's what that energy does. In fact, we won't go into the science thing, but that actually proves that when it comes to the molecular level. But we don't usually take that and then try to balance our energy. We keep it still a battle. It's separate between one another. And individuals in a relationship, they're supposed to be us. Your individualism in a relationship, for a balanced, healthy relationship, doesn't work out if that's your only emphasis in that relationship. And you do not then turn or open, not to give up your relationship, not to totally act like it shouldn't exist, but be prepared to what? Share your individualism. What is your individualism? It's your energy that is connected to the gifts, the talents, the visions, the thoughts, the places you go, all those things that make up who you are. Are you ready in that relationship? Because it is what you called it earlier, sacred. Oh my God, she forgot the word. She came up with it.
No.
If
I have said so much. I was going.
No, if you went along with what I'm saying and you were staying that same line, that's what makes it sacred. Because I'm then open to share all those things I talked about. That makes me as an individual. And when I'm open to share those things as an individual, that right in itself, especially today, is sacred because I think I'm important. I think what I do and what I say is important. Most of us sometimes think we're too sacred, but anyway,
but you know what? And I've got to be honest right now with everybody. I've got to be hot.
You're missing the mic while you're leaning back real quickly, but go ahead.
I got lost
Or you're watching the phone.
No, because it was going off in my ear, and I
Oh,
was trying
okay.
to shut it off.
Mhm.
I got lost in what you were saying.
Uh,
Again, I have this thing where I get caught up in what he's saying a lot of the times, and I get so caught up in what's being said that I'm listening, but I'm not following. If
I
that makes any sense.
Well, I understand that, but we want you to listen
I
and
know.
follow too. Let's
Yes.
do something real quickly. We're almost over the show just because of the fact that we started late, and I don't want to go over if
Mhm.
all not possible. Let's look at where we're going to be, where people can get with us.
Okay.
Thursday, 6 p.m. We know that. How's this one?
On Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are on WRUU, which is a radio show, at one, what is it, 90
107.
107.5.
Been on there almost 5-6
I
years. You still
know.
don't remember.
I know. All of a sudden, I got
Get it on the internet, or
yes.
if you're in Savannah area, you can get it on your radio. What's the other one? Real quickly?
WRUU.
Yeah, that was that one. We'll
Okay.
pass that now. I'm sorry. Got
All right.
time going. I
Well,
don't
you
mean
can
to be that
also
way.
find us at takingthejourney-together.com. Facebook, you can find us
I didn't know we had an Instagram one. We don't use it enough, but it's there.
TTJT
That
together.
telephone number is no good.
Yes.
I've got to get rid of that telephone number. It is definitely not
Yes,
good
we were
anymore.
supposed to have that by this week.
Yeah, we
but
will
we
get
will
that
get it.
done by next week for
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
Any last parting good words that you want to talk about, even though we're definitely not finished with the part that has to do with the spiritual side,
Yes.
the sacred side. I think we're going to call that more the word it should be, not spiritual side. We'll call it as it is, the sacred side,
Yeah.
the side that's serious about that relationship. And in turn, that's the reason why it can be propelled and will move and
Yes.
give you a reason why you could do this for the long haul,
Yes.
because this is serious and we're both serious about it.
Right.
Anything you want to say about that with a couple of minutes left over, seconds left over? About a minute left over. actually.
One just to say, understand that your partner may be going through the same thing that you're going through, and so don't be so quick to just throw it all in the same basket.
Yes.
Talk. We're coming out of the holidays, and holidays are hard for a lot of people. So, maybe we're in a healing position right now. So be kind.
Be kind. Unwind and be kind. Should I leave this off with his birthday song? Should I do that, or should we just do the usual will call? Which one do you want to do?
Let's do the usual.
Want to do the usual?
Yes.
Okay. I wonder why you want to do the usual. Because you like being usual? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Okay. So we're going to use the usual. Until next time, God bless. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Julius.
Happy birthday.
We'll have to get a chance, and we're going to take you out, drag you and your wife someplace special. Just to, as young folks say, chop it up. Yeah, from that particular. Anyway, keep that relationship together and make sure that in turn you need some help, you get a hold of us. That's a special, sacred, serious thing, or should I say, event, an activity, or relationship that you have in your life. Until next time, God bless and Ashe.
What you leave with?
I like that. back to that.